How many times do you just go into a Harley dealership just for a visit? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Guess where I am? I'm in Reading Harley Davidson dealership here in Reading, in the UK, and I'm here with sales manager, director, James.
Not director yet. No. Yeah, James Hepworth. Yeah.
Right. Hello. And he's kindly agreed for me to come in and do a bit of filming here. Now, let's have a quick look at the dealership. Look at all this going on here. Amazing. Look, as you can imagine, lots and lots of bikes. Lots of shiny stuff, but a bit of work going on, James. So tell us all about that.
Well, we've got the sort of new season's accessories coming in now. Harley often launch new accessories, clothing brands or clothing ranges at the beginning of the year. So you can see Rich over there just changing some of our racking. We've got some new bits and pieces going up there. We've also got some building work perhaps going over there at some point. Maybe being a potential director, as you say, I've got a new office going up there, so hence the racking coming over there, but yeah, there's plenty going on at the moment.
Right. Let's let me ask you a quick question, if I may, about sales. Actually, now, what would you say in the UK, or from this dealership in particular, is your best seller from 2019?
2019. Good year for Sportsters. The Sportster range, it's got to be the 48. That was the bike that, it's the cool bike, it's the low slung seat, it's the sort of raked out front end, fat tyres. So
nice, okay.
Yeah, really good seller.
I'm surprised. I thought I would have thought it would have been something else.
Well, in the Sportster range, it was certainly the 1200. And then in the Softail range, it was the Sport Glide, which I know is close to your heart. Generally in black.
Of course it was, everybody. Of course it was.
So we had a really good year on Softails. In the touring range, probably the UK's best-selling bike, the Street Glide. However, the Road Glide, they redesigned the front end of it. And had a massive impact on the sales in the UK. Dealers were a lot more excited about the shape of the bike. And ultimately, they were putting on as demos, people riding them, finding what a great bike they are. So we've done really well on Road Glides as well.
Yeah, because that's interesting to me. I always thought it would be the Street Glide. I know in America, the United States, it's Road Glide Central and all that kind of stuff. And we've got a couple here, haven't we?
We have, yeah. We did have a beautiful Road Glide special, which has just been delivered at the weekend.
Yeah.
This is the 2019 CVO Road Glide, but you can see the front end, the shark nose, and you've got these extensions down here on the front of the bike. But it just gives it a really clean shape. And look from the side profile. Beautiful bike. Okay,
let's talk a little bit about some of the other things we were talking about as well before. Now, I love the layout of this dealership. Now, I've got to say that because not only you allow me to film, but also I bought my bike from here as well.
You did?
And they're still having kittens over there, I think, of the deal, the great deal that they gave me. I've got to say that.
I was going to say it helps keep the doors open with the. Anyway, moving on.
No, but it was. I've always liked coming here, and I'm not kind of a person who's smitten by the whole lifestyle thing in particular, but I do enjoy coming here. And I know a lot of other people enjoy going to dealerships. Now, the question I've been asked lots and lots of times, who designs all this? You know, designs the dealership. And are you sort of restricted by what kind of designs you can have in here and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, the history behind Reading Harley Davidson, it was, from memory, it was a Rover dealership a few years back. And then it was good. Yeah. And then it was left to you know, it was empty for a number of years.
It was,
Lynn bought the dealership. I believe we extended it out the back as well. So we get a sort of brief from Harley Davidson in the US about the kind of materials that we need to use within the dealership. So the style, the colour of the tiles, this is all dictated by Harley Davidson.
Oh, okay.
We have to get them from particular suppliers. The exterior of the building is, I think it's clad in cedar. So again, it's not just something from B&Q. It's got to be a particular shade of wood and style of wood. Again, the sort of brickwork on the inside, you'll see this recreated in Harley dealerships around the country. Yeah. You've got big pictures up there. Again, these come from Harley.
Yeah, so anything with Harley logos, Harley imagery, that's got to come from Harley, right?
It's dictated by Harley Davidson, comes from Harley Davidson in the US.
So it all comes from the US then?
Sorry, when I say I'm not sure who the supplier is, but
Right,
the styling is done in the US and then comes down into the UK. So it's sort of recreated throughout the UK, and then occasionally will be updated. So as the dealership gets older, we'll have perhaps somebody will come down, they want to change the merchandising layouts. But we get somebody from Harley again. They come down and help us with that.
Right. Do you have sort of flexibility? Let's say you want to go down to a local DIY shop, and I'm not going to say which one. You mentioned it, but we're not going to mention them. But let's say you wanted to go down to the local DIY shop to put up some new shelving or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just making this up as I go along. Would you be allowed to do it?
No, the whole thing about branding is very important to Harley Davidson. I mean, it's one of the biggest and most recognised brands in the world. And I think as part of the franchise agreement, the dealers will agree to, this is how your dealership will look with certain standards which the company expect, and there's certain standards that the customers expect. Yeah. So, walking in here, if it's got some shelf up there with a few trophies or a few aftermarket parts on it, it's not the kind of experience that a Harley owner is going to want. So no, it's dictated by Harley. We agree to that, and we want to give the customer the right experience.
I suppose also what it does, it provides absolute continuity to a certain degree amongst dealerships around the country and around the world. People know they're going to a Harley dealership, and they're knowing that they're going to get a certain look, a certain atmosphere, a certain ambiance, as it were, as we talked about before. Because it is about having a nice, relaxed atmosphere. You're in the market of selling bikes, and selling apparel, but at the same time, it's a nice atmosphere. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I guess it's going back to the brand as well. Listen, lots of different types of people buy Harley Davidsons, from youngsters just coming to riding now. There's some great offers on paying for riding tests, right up to people that had Harley Davidsons from their youth in the 60s and 70s, and they've still got the Harleys in the garages. So we see these people on a daily basis. You come here on a weekend, you'll see 40, 50, 60 people coming through the doors.
Yeah, I mean, all dealerships are buzzing at the weekend, aren't they?
Are you talking about all Harley dealerships?
Yeah. Sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but potentially you could go to some of our other competitors, and you wouldn't get the same kind of atmosphere. No. It can be a little bit clinical, can be a little bit detached from everything else, but it's very much a community kind of feel. And you can take from it what you want. You can join the local hog chapters. You can join the national hog. You can ride solo. We organise ride-outs first Saturday of every month for new riders. We'll organise ride-outs with the assistance of our hog chapter,
which is Thames Valley here.
Valley, yeah. So this weekend we had there was about a dozen of our members came and just took some riders out on an hour and a half, 2 hour trip. Absolutely fantastic. But it is all about that. I don't know. It's a fun place to be, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's you want to be here. It's a little bit like an art gallery. Sometimes you can just come in here and you can drool over the chrome and the shiny bits.
There is another thing I've got to say. Now, you're going to have to clarify this for me, because I'm not 100% sure if it applies to all dealerships. But here, they have a monthly bike night, or you have a monthly bike night, and it's starting next month, or April, is it? I think April
right through to September, October.
Yeah, that's right. Really cool. Barbecue, bands, music. The car park in and out is all full of people. Goes on to about 9 o'clock in the evening or 8 o'clock in the evening, something like that. And then some. So look, it's a good time. We all have a good time, drink coffee and all that sort of stuff, and drool over bikes and other things as well.
Well, what we're trying to do, obviously, we're trying to promote the dealership. It's RG67HN if anybody wants to sat nav us. But the bike nights aren't just for Harley owners. We have everything from sort of little scooters, right up to American muscle cars and everything in between. The hot nights, we get 300 to 400 motorbikes come through here. We have a band. I think last year we had a wheelie machine as well, which was really popular.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, the burger van's open till late, so it's a really good atmosphere. Definitely come along if you want to know a little bit more about Reading Harley Davidson. If you want to just come along and have a meet up with your chums, really good night.
Okay, that's are these kind of bike nights all over the country at every dealership? Do you know?
No. I mean, we started them. I believe we started them in 2015, end of 2015. Not everyone does it. I mean, most Harley dealerships will do some kind of promotion throughout the year. There's lots of ride outs and things, but the Reading Harley bike nights are something that we've started, and I think we'll continue doing, and are getting more and more popular.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got to say, Harley Davidson as a company. And I've got a Harley, you know that. You know, I love the Sport Glide and all that kind of stuff. This is the man who sold it to me, for Christ's sake.
It's a fat boy, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Sport Glide all the way.
Fat boy, which is a big secret until right now.
No, it was a Street Glide actually.
Was it one of
yeah, it was that. Yeah, you're going to give me a good price on that as well if I keep. No, he's not. But I would say that Harley, unlike any other brand, do the show better than everybody else. You go to a bike show, their stand is usually the best one. You come to a dealership, I'm not just saying here, but any of the dealerships I've been to, it's good. It's an experience more than just going to buy a bike.
Absolutely, we recognise that this isn't just all these machines. Nobody needs a Harley Davidson, but everybody wants one, and you can go to another manufacturer and you can buy something which will do the same job in as much it will get you from A to B, but nobody does it the same way as a Harley Davidson. So it's all about the experience, about the branding. Silly little statistic. I think the second most piece of tattooed art in the US is the Bar and Shield.
Right.
So it's one of those iconic brands that it doesn't need a name. It's like Kylie Minogue, isn't it? It's Kylie, it's Madonna, it's the Bar and Shield. So that's the thing that stands out, and that's what people recognise. So you need to embrace that, and we need to promote that as well. And it is, and it's not just us doing that. It's obviously the owners doing it as well. So the owners come along and they get involved, and they bring all that enthusiasm to the brand as well, which is a great thing.